Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now we'll be starting lesson 3, chapter number 8, page number 163. The topic is thousandth. So, the way we discussed before about tenths and hundredths, similarly, it is thousands. It means that if you have a chewing gum bar and if you make 1000 pieces out of it, small pieces, so the one part that you get, it will be thousandth part. See, 1000 is 1000 like this, okay, but this is thousandth, mean you are getting one part, total parts are 1000, okay, so one part over total 1000, so this is you are getting 1 over 1000, so this is called thousandths. This is the concept of thousands. Now this is the fraction form of thousands. We can also convert it into decimals. How can we convert? We will just divide the numerator with the denominator. 1 divided by 1000. See, this 1 is lesser than this, so first we put one decimal and we put 1 0 here. It becomes 10. 10 is lesser than 1000, so we put 1 0 here and 1 0 here. It becomes 100. Still 100 is lesser than 1000, we cannot divide, so put 1 0 here and 1 0 here. Now we can divide. So 1000 ones are 1000, so 0.001. This is the answer. When we convert this fraction into decimal, we get 0.001. And also remember that 0.001 and 0.001 both are the same. There is no difference between these two. So try to understand the idea, the concept of thousands, that it is one part out of 1000 parts. Now we'll move ahead, and we have also learned how to convert the fractional form into decimal form, that 1 over 1000 is equal to 0.001. Now if we move to point number 2, page number 164, it says express 10 thousandths as a decimal. 10 thousandths, okay, 10 thousandths means that you are getting 10 parts out of 1000 parts. This is the fractional form of 10 thousandths, so we need to convert it into decimal simply by dividing the numerator with the denominator. We'll be doing it here. Ten is smaller than 1000, we cannot divide. Put point here, decimal, put 0 here, still it is smaller, we cannot divide. Then put 1 0 here and put 1 0 here. 1000 ones are 1000, so we are getting 0.01. So 10 over 1000, when we convert it into decimal form, it becomes 0.01. Remember, 0.01 and these two both are the same. Now we will be moving to point number 3. We will be doing similar questions again and again so that you understand the idea of thousands. Number 3, on page number 164 says express 321 over 1000 as a decimal. So we need to convert it into decimal form. Simply just divide the numerator with the denominator. This is smaller than this, we cannot divide. We need to put one decimal here in the start. Put 1 0 here. When you are putting decimal here, put 1 0 here. Now we can divide. 1000 multiplied by 3 is 3000. When we subtract, we get 0, 1, 2. Now this 2, 1, 0 is smaller than this. We cannot divide. So now we need to put 1, 0 here. But we cannot put anything here because in the beginning we put point, okay, decimal. 1000 twos are 2000. So this 100 is smaller than 1000. We cannot divide. Put 1, 0 here. Nothing will happen here. Just multiply this. 1000 ones are 1000. Remainder is 0. So the answer is 0.321. You can write it like 0.321. Both are the same. So this was page number 164. Now I will be moving to page number 165. We have similar parts, 4 parts for question number 4, which are same as we did before. Express each of the following as a decimal. So I am doing only one, the rest you will be doing as a homework. Last one is 990, it is part D. Over 1000. Just to convert it into decimal, we will divide numerator with the denominator. See, this is greater than this, we cannot divide, so we need to put one decimal here, point here, put 0 here. 1000 nines are 9000. We need to subtract 0, 0, 9. Now this is smaller than this, we cannot divide, we need to put 0 here, but there will be no effect here, no change here. Just multiply 1000 with 9 and you get 9000. So remainder is 0. So the answer is 0.99. You can write it at like 0.99 or 0.99, both are the same. So this is the answer for this part, that we have converted this fraction into decimal form. Now we will see what's on the way. Question number 5. It says that one whole number 631 over 1000. I'll just give you an idea. It is a 2-step question. Step number 1 is that we need to convert it into improper fraction form. To do that, we just multiply these two. Whatever the result, we need to add this. So it becomes 1000 into 1. It becomes 1000 plus 631. It becomes 1631. It remains same here. Okay. Now we have converted this into improper fraction form. So the step 2 is that this form 1631 over 1000, we'll just divide the numerator with the denominator to get the result in decimal. So we need to convert it into decimal form. 1000 ones are 1000. I will be doing quickly. 631. Okay. It is smaller. Put point here. Put 0 here. 1000. 6 are 6000. Smaller. Put 0 here. No change here. 1000. 3s are 3000. Again subtract 100. Put 0 here. No change here. 1000 ones are 1000. No remainder. So answer is 1.631. This is how we do this. This is a mixed fraction form, and we first converted into improper fraction, and then in the second step we converted that improper form into decimal form. And see what's on the way for us. Next comes number 6. I'll give you the hint, you will be doing yourself. Express 1376 over 1000 as a decimal. So just divide this one with 1000. 376, put 0, put point here, 3. So rest you can do. It's very easy, very simple. So when we look at question number 7, on page number 166, we see these are also easier, simpler. Express each of the following as a decimal. I can do part number B 24 whole number 250 over 1000. This is a mixed form, mixed fraction form. So first we'll be converting it into improper fraction. Just multiply these two, whatever the result, add this number 250, become 1000 into 24, 24,000 plus 250, 24,250 divided by 1000. This was the first step. In second step, we will just divide the numerator with the denominator to convert it into decimal form. 1000 twos are 2000. So we bring 0 here. 1000 fours are 4000. Subtract, it's smaller. Put 0 here. Put point here. Multiply by 2. It becomes 2000. And again subtract 500. Put 0 here. No change here. 1000 fives are 5000. So by this way, we are able to find the fractional form, which is 24.25. So this was how to convert it into decimal form. All other parts you need to do as a homework for practice purpose. Now we'll be jumping to number 9, where we'll be dealing with place value of digits. 4.283, 4.283. This is the number. We need to find the value, place value of each digit. This is point. On the left side, we start with ones. To find its value, we will just multiply it with 1. On the right side of the decimals, we start from here. It will be tens. It means we multiply with 1 over 10. It is hundredths. We just multiply it with 1 over 100 to find its value, and this is thousands. We just multiply with 1 over 1000 to find its value. So we just start. The value 4 is 4 into 1 is 4. Its value is 4. Here we have 2. To find its value, we'll just multiply it with 1 over 10. 2 into 1 over 10. We just multiply 2 with the 10. It becomes 2 over 10. This is the value of this 2. If we divide this 2 with 10, it becomes 0.2. You can write it in fraction form like this, in decimal form like this. When we talk about this 8, 8 will be multiplied with 1 over 100. 8 ones are 8 over 100. This is the value of this. If you divide this, it becomes 0.08. This is also true. This is also true. This is fraction form. This is decimal form. When we talk about 3, to find its place value, we just multiply it with 3 with 1 over 1000. So 3 will be multiplied with 1. It becomes 3 over 1000. This is its value. If we divide 3 with 1000, we will be getting 0.003. So in decimal form, its value is this, and in fraction form, its value is this. This is how we find the place values. Now we move ahead to next page. We will see what's coming on our way to deal with. You just need to understand 1 or 2 questions, so rest are similar for your practice, so you gradually learn how to deal with these types of questions. So when we go to number 10, page number 167, what are the missing numbers? 9.032. This is the number, so we can write it like this: 9.032. This is ones, this is again tens, hundreds, thousands. Okay, multiply it with 1, this with 1 over 10, this with 1 over 100, this with 1 over 1000 to know their place values. So 9.032 is equal to how many 9 ones, okay, right? How many tens? 0 tens, 3 hundreds, and 2 thousands, okay. So it is 9 ones are 9 plus 0 tens are 0 plus 3 hundreds are 3 into 1 over 100. When we it becomes 3 over 100. When we divide, it becomes 0.03 plus 2 thousands. We need to multiply 2 with 1 over 1000, so we get 0.002. So these are the place values and how we represent it according to the format given on page number 167. So when we talk about the next page, page number 168, question number 1 is express each of the following as a decimal. This you can do by dividing the numerator with the denominator. Also mixed numbers are given. First you need to convert the mixed numbers into improper fraction form, and then you can divide the numerator with the denominator to get the decimal. This we have done. So there are 6 parts, you need to do all the parts. Then we go to number 3, just we did number 10. So 3 is similar to the 10. You need to put the place values of all the digits. So this is how it was about lesson number 3. Now we will be talking about lesson number 4. This is comparing and ordering. Comparing and ordering decimals. It means that we need to compare and order the numbers involving decimals. So how to convert is that number 1 point question is compare 0.35 and 0.4. So how would we know that which one is greater or which one is smaller? So we'll be just making the chart of finding the place values. We have 0.35. These are ones, multiply by 1. These are tens, multiply by 1 over 10. These are hundreds, multiply by 1 over 100. So similarly we have 0.4. 0.4. First we will compare the ones position. Here we have 0, here we have 0. These are equal, so we cannot decide which one is bigger and which one is smaller. Then we come to this place. Here this 10th place, it is 3 and it is 4. This is the 10th place. We are talking about the 10th place. When we look at the 10th place, we see that 4 is greater than 3. So we say that this number is greater than this one. So we will write that 0.4 is greater than 0.35. This is how we compare the numbers. Okay. So we will be doing more questions, I believe, so that your concept will be clear. You will get to know how to solve the questions of comparing. Number 2, point number 2, this is page number 170. So this is again similar question. We need to compare the numbers. It is, which is smaller, 2.567 to 0.567. This is ones place, this is tenths, this is hundreds, and this is thousands place. Okay. The second number is 2.57. 0.57. We need to compare these two numbers to get to know which is the smaller one. Okay, so first we compare this one position ones. Here for ones we have the number is same. We cannot decide which number is greater or lesser because both are the equal same. Here when we see 10th position, both are same, so we cannot decide. Now we need to move forward. Further we see that in 100th place we have 6 and we have 7. So 7 is greater than 6. Okay, so we will say that 6 is smaller, so this number is smaller. So 2.567 is smaller than this. We write it in this way, which have this bigger mouth, it is greater, which has this one, it is smaller. 2.567 is smaller than 2.57. So this is how we compare and order the numbers. So now we'll move ahead to question number 3. We need to write them in decreasing order. First will be the bigger, then smaller, like this in decreasing order. 3.61, this is 1.6 will come here. Then 3.06, 3.06. Third one is 3.066. There are three numbers, so we have plotted them under this chart of ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. We need to differentiate which one is bigger and then which comes on number 2 and which comes on number 3. So we need to write in decreasing order. So we start comparing. We'll compare these three. This is ones place 3, 3, 3. All are same. We cannot decide which is bigger. When we look at 10th place, here we see 6, 0, 0. These are same, so 6 is bigger. So we can say that this number is the biggest one. So this is 3.6 is the biggest one. So we have decided this. We can remove, no issues. For your convenience, our answer is this is the biggest one. Now we need to decide between these two which one is bigger. Again, we see this one's position 3, 3 is the same. We cannot decide. When we go to 10th position, 0 is same. We cannot decide. When we move ahead to 100th place, 6, 6 are same, equal. We cannot decide. 3 equal to 3, 0 equal to 0, 6 is equal to 6. We cannot decide. When we move ahead, we see that here we have nothing. If there is nothing here, we can say it is 0. Okay. So when we compare, it is 0, it is 6. So it means this one is bigger than this. So we will say this is the biggest one. Then comes 3.066. Okay. And at the end, it becomes 3.060. This is the smallest one. So this is a decreasing order. Okay. Biggest, and number 2, then the smallest. It is in decreasing order. Okay. So this was how to arrange it in a decreasing order. The similar way you can do question number 5, 6. Okay. Because they are the same. We need to tell about the decreasing order or increasing order. If you can understand this, you can also do the other one given on page number 171. So if we talk about page number 172, here we have number 8 point. What is 0.01 less than 0.36? Here we need to subtract. Okay, what is 0.01 less than 0.36? There is 0.36. If it is saying, if we deduct, if we subtract, if we do minus 0.01, what will be the answer? So 0.01, just subtract. 6 minus 1 is 5, 3 minus 0 is 3, point comes like this, 0 minus 0. So answer is 0.35. So if we deduct this one from 0.36, we get the answer 0.36. Similarly, at the next question, number 9 is, what is point 0.001 more than 0.003? We have 0.023. They are saying what is 0.001 more than this? We need to add 0.001. We need to add here to get the answer. 3 plus 1 is 4, 2 plus 0 is 2, 0 plus 0 is 0. Point comes like this, 0 plus 0 is 0. So 0.024 is the answer for number 9. Similarly, you can do question number 10. I'll try to solve it quickly for you. 10 is, first part. What is 0.1 more than 4.7? 4.7 is there, more than it, we need to add. Just add 7 plus 1, 8, 4 plus 0, 0. This is the answer. Number 2 is, what is 0.01 less than 0.39? We have 0.39. Less than, we will subtract 0.01. 9 minus 1 is 8, 3 minus 0 is 3. 0.38 is the answer for part number 2. Now we will be talking about part number 3 quickly. C part. What is 0.001 more than 1.025? More than means we need to add. How much add? 0.001. Just add quickly. 5 plus 1 6. It becomes 2 plus 0 2. 0 plus 0 0. 1 plus 0 1. 1.026 is the answer for part number C. Question number 10. Page number 172. Then if you go ahead, number 11, what are the missing numbers in the pattern? Explain how you get your answer. So I'll give you the hint. You need to do yourself. 0.3, 0.6, 0.9, 1.2. Then you need to find next two. Just see what is the pattern. This is smaller, this is bigger, this is bigger, this is bigger. Okay. Just subtract from bigger the smaller one. 0.6 minus 0.3, we get 0.3. So if we add 0.3 here, we get this one. If we add 0.3 here, we get this one. If we add 0.3, we get this one. If we add 0.3, we will get this one. And with this number, if we add 0.3, we will be getting the last one. This is how we. So similarly, you need to do part B, C, D. Find the pattern, what's being added or what's being subtracted, and do it accordingly to get the next missing numbers. Now, if you talk about 174, this is the practice. We have done greater, smaller. We have done increasing order, decreasing order. What is more than this? What is less than this? Okay, comparing. So by this way, we have completed this number 4. Lesson number 5 says rounding decimals. So we need to do a rounding of decimals. We learn how to do rounding. This is on page number 175. Rounding decimals. Page number 175. It says, what is the mass of each basket of fruits when rounded to the nearest kilogram? Here we have one basket 9.4 kilogram. Another basket is 36.75 kilogram, and the third one is 6.5 kilogram. So the question is, what is the mass? Mass means its weight in terms of kilogram of each basket of fruits when rounded to the nearest kilogram. We need to make sure, is it 9 or 10? Is it 36 or 37? Is it 6 or 7? So we need to round it off to the exact kilogram. Okay. For that, see, you need to round off this figure. Put a bar here. Here you need to see whether it is 36 or 37. 3 will remain the same. It is more than 30, we know. But we don't know this is 36 or 37. We are doubtful about this 6. Here we don't know it is 6 kilogram or 7. We need to put bar here. Okay. So when we need to round off, we put a bar first to decide. We need to see it is a 9 kilogram or 10 kilogram. Okay. For that, we need to see its neighbor. Its neighbor is 4, right side neighbor. It is less than 5. When it is less than 5, we make it 0. It remains the same. So it is 9 kilogram. Okay. When we come here, we see that we need to decide about the fate of 6, whether it is 6 or 7. We don't know this is 36 or 37. Okay. So we have put bar here. We will look on the immediate right neighbor, which is 7. We see this 7 is greater than 5. So we'll add here 1. But these two will become 0. We don't know anything on the right side. It becomes 0, 0. Because this 7 is greater than 5, we add 6. 1 to 6 becomes 7. And this 3 remains the same. So this is basically 37 kilogram. When we come here, we look at the immediate neighbor of 6, which is 5. This is equal to 5. When this number is equal to 5, we need to do it 0. But it will be more than 1. We need to add 1 here because this is equal to 5. If this number is equal to 5 or greater than 5, we need to add 1 here. It becomes 6 plus 1, 7. So this is 7 kg, this is 37 kg, and this is 9 kg. This is the answer for question number 1. Now we will be doing other similar questions so that you should be sure about the concept of rounding of numbers. Number 4, question number 4, page number 176. Round each decimal to the nearest whole number. 0.6. Whole number means that we don't need point. We need to see whether it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, what is the number, exact number. We don't need this decimal. So it means we need to decide whether it is 0 or 1, we don't know, okay. We don't need this, okay. So we need to round off. We put a bar here because we need to decide the fate of this number. We see that immediate right neighbor is 6, which is greater than 5. First we need to make it 0 and add 1 here because it is greater than 5. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1.0 is 1. It is basically 1 in terms of whole numbers. Okay, this is the answer. Then number 2 says, part B says 4.5. Here we need to find whether it is 4 or 5 in terms of whole numbers. We don't need the decimal and this thing. It will be automatically 0. When it is equal to 5, we need to put plus 1 here. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5.0. This is actually 5. In terms of whole number, its answer is 5. Okay, we don't need the decimal. We need the exact figure. Part C says 5.72. Here again we need to decide whether it is 5 or 6. Okay, because we need only the whole number. We don't need the point and this stuff. Okay, so these will be automatically 0. We don't need this, but we will be looking at the immediate neighbor on the right side. This is 7. This is greater than 5. Then we need to add 1 here. It becomes 5 plus 1, 6. 6.00 is 6. So it is basically 6 in terms of whole numbers. Now we will be doing part D. We are doing all the parts so that you should get to know the concept, how to round off the decimal. Here we need to see whether it is 10 or 11. What? Okay. This is the 10th. This is 1th. This is 10th. This is, we are confirmed. This is, it will remain same because we don't know this is 10 or 11. So we are doubtful about this figure. So we'll put a mark here. These will be 0 automatically, no need. But for this, we'll be looking at the immediate right neighbor. This is 0. This is less than 5, so no change here. It remains 10. 10.00 means 10. So its answer is 10. So it was part B. So now we will be moving ahead on next page and we'll see what's coming on our way to deal with. So if we, now we need to round to 1 decimal place. Round to 1 decimal place. Its meaning is that we need decimal now in the number, but we need to see only one digit on the right side, not more than this. Okay, so we'll continue. 4.71 meter. They say a giraffe has a height of 4.71 meter. What is its height when rounded to one decimal place? One decimal place means this decimal on the right side we need only this 7. We don't need this, it will be 0. But we see this is immediate right neighbor, it is less than 5, no change here, it remains the same. 4.70 means 4.7, so its answer is 4.7. Hope you got the point. Now we move ahead. Round 12.45. Round 12.45 to nearest tenth. This is 6th question. I am paying 177. Nearest tenths mean this is 1, this is tenths, this is tenth. Tenths. So put a bar here. See, rounding off to nearest to one decimal place, rounding off to one decimal place and rounding off to nearest tenth, both are the same. I will repeat again. If the question says rounded to one decimal place and if the question says rounded to nearest tenth, both statements are the same. Here we need to round off it to one decimal place. So we are not sure about this. This is 4 or 5. We don't need this. It becomes 0. But the way this is the immediate neighbor of 4, on the right side it is equal to 5. We'll be adding 1 here. It becomes 4 plus 1, 5. It remains the same. So answer is 12.50. Okay. So we have rounded it to one decimal place. When it is 0, you can remove this. So you can see this is one decimal place, one decimal. After decimal, one figure is there only. So this is called rounded to one decimal place. And this is also called rounded to nearest tenth. Okay. So this was question number 6. Now we talk about question number 7. On page number 178, round 0.984 to one decimal place. One decimal place means this. We need to stay up till here. We don't need these two. Okay. When we say that we need to round off to one decimal place, we don't want to see these two numbers. These will automatically become 0. But the immediate neighbor of 9, this is bar, this is the immediate right. 8, this is greater than 5. So we will be putting 1 here. 9 plus 1 is 10. Now this 0 will be coming here. This 1 will be, this is 10's place. This will be carry forward. This becomes, it will come here as a carry forward. Okay. Point comes here. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1.000, it is 1. Answer is 1. Or you can say 1.0 because this is one digit after the decimal place. Okay. So this is how to deal with this question. Now I will be moving ahead. Round. Now we are on page number 178, then 179. Now we are talking about two decimal places. Number 10 says on page number 179, round 2.475 to two decimal places. Remember, if the question says that round off to two decimal places, or the question says that round to the nearest hundredths, so both are the same, because if we say round 2.475 to two decimal places means this decimal place on the right side we need to see only two figures. Okay, we don't need this one, so we need to see two figures. We'll put bar here. We don't need this one. Okay, then what to do is it becomes 0. We don't want to see this one, but this is the immediate neighbor of 7 on the right side. It is equal to 5, so we need to add 1 here. It becomes 7 plus 1, 8. 4 remains the same, 2 remains the same. 2.48, no need to write 0. 2.48 is the answer. So you can see that after the decimal on the right side we have only two decimals. So we have rounded this figure to two decimal places. Now we move ahead. with a similar concept. Number 11 says round 13.996 to nearest hundredths. I told you that nearest hundredths, we will see what is nearest hundredths. 13.996. This is tenths, hundredths, thousands. This is ones. This is tens. So we need to round off to nearest hundredths. Hundredths means this one. So when we did the last question, which was to round to two decimal places, that was the same, that we need to see only two figures after the decimal. So both the statements are the same. Now we don't want to see this number, it will be 0, but though this is the immediate right neighbor of this bar, we have put a bar for this bar or coded this number. This is the right neighbor, it is greater than 5, so we need to add 1 here. 9 plus 1 is 10. Now be careful, this 0 will come here, but this 1, it will be carried forward. This is 1, this is tens. Ones come here, tens are carried forward. We need to do like this, carry forward, okay? Again, 9 plus 1 is 10. We will repeat this, 0 will come here. This 1 will be carried forward. Put point here, 3 plus 1 is 4, 1 comes here, 1 4.000. So we need to round up to nearest hundreds, so we can remove this. So this up to hundreds, so 14.00 is the answer for this question. You can say 14.00 is equal to 14, okay? Both are the same. This is how to round off to nearest tenths. So remember that rounding off to two decimal places or rounding off to nearest hundreds, both are same. So if we talk about question number 12, page number 179, we need to round each decimal to the nearest hundreds. So we'll be doing, first one is 0.248, this one is 10, this is 100, put a bar here. We don't want to see this, make it 0, but this is greater than 5, add 1 here, 4 plus 1 is 5, 2 remains the same, 0 remains. So answer is 0.250, no need to put here 0.25. So these are two numbers after decimal. So we have rounded this figure to two decimal places. So part B says 0.095, this tenths, hundredths. We don't need this 0, but this is equal to 5. We need to add 1 here, 9 plus 1 is 10. This 0 will come here, 1 will be carried forward. 0 plus 1 is 1.0, 0.1, no need to write this, 0.10. So we have two numbers after decimal. This is the answer for part B, question number 12. Part C is 7.865. This is the hundredth. No need for this one, becomes 0, is equal to 5. Add 1 here, 6 plus 1 is 7. It remains the same. Remove this, 7.87 is the answer for part C. Now part D says 4.997. This is hundredths. No need for this. This is greater than 5. Add 1 here. 9 plus 1 is 10. 0 will come here. 1 will be carried forward. 9 plus 1 is 10 again. 0 comes here. 1 will be carried forward. 4 plus 1 is 5. So remove this one. 5.00. These are two places after the decimal. This is the answer. 5.00 is equal to 5. You can write 5 or you can write 5.00. Both are correct answers. So by this way we have done this. If you go on page number 180, you have several questions for 180. We have done all these. 1, 2, 3 we have done. Okay. Then we have lesson number 6, fractions and decimals. We can do this fractions and decimals here quickly. We will try to do lesson number 6. Fractions and decimals. A photo frame has a length of 1/2 meter. This is the length, half meter, 1 over 2 is half, okay. This is fraction form, 1 over 2. How do we write the length of the photo frame as a decimal? We have done this before. How to do it in decimal is just divide 1 with the 2. 1 is smaller, put decimal, put 0 here, 2 5s are 10. So 0.5 is the answer. I think we have done all these questions before, so we will be going through quickly. Page number 182 says, express 1 over 5 as a decimal. Simple. 1 divided by 5. 1 is smaller, put decimal, put 0. 5 2s are 10. 0.2 is the answer. Then question number 3 is, you need to convert 1 over 4 as a decimal. This is simple. 1 over 4, just divide it with the 4. 1 is smaller, put point, put 0 here. 4 2s are 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 is smaller, put 0 here. No change here. 4 5s are 20. So 0.25 is the answer for number 3. Likewise, you can do the rest of the questions on page number 182, but we will be doing number 5. Says we need to convert one whole number 1 over 2 as a decimal. This is a mixed form. First we will convert it into improper fraction. How? 2 multiplied by 1. What is the result? Add 1. 2 multiplied by 1 is 1. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. 2 remains same in the denominator, 3 over 2. Now we will convert it into decimal. Just divide it with 2. 2 ones are 2. Subtract. 1 is smaller than this. Put point. Put 0. 2 5s are 10. So 1.5 is the answer. So this one we have converted into decimal. But before, so it's a two-step question. In the first step, we need to convert the mixed number into improper fraction form. And in the second step, we need to divide and get the result in the decimal form. So this 182, 183 is same. So question number 7 we will be doing, express 0.6 in the simplest form. To convert it into simplest form, just do one thing. Put this one. This is for the fraction or the division. Remove this and below this point write 1. See how many figures, digits on the right side of the decimal, only one digit. In place of this one digit, put 1 0 here. So we have 0.6 is 6 over 10. Just divide these with the similar table to get the simplified answer. 3 over 5 is the answer for this. So when we talk about question number 8 on page number 183, it says 0.35. We need to express it into simplest form. For that, just put this one to convert it into fraction. Remove this point, decimal. Below this, write 1 and see how many figures on the right side of the decimal. 2 figures. So put 2 zeros. It becomes 35 over 100. Now we can simplify it with the same table. Divide with 5. 5 7s are 35. 5 20s are 0. 7 over 20 is the answer. So now if we go for question number 9, 3.2 is a mixed number. Express 3.25 as a mixed number in its simplest form. 3.25. So we'll be just removing this one. Put 1. We have two numbers on the right side. Put 2 zeros. It is 325 over 100. Divide with 5. Divide with the 5. It becomes 5 6 are 30. 5 5 are 25. 5 20s are 100. Again we will divide with 5. It becomes 13 over 4. Now this 13 over 4, we can do like this. 4 3s are 12. 1 13. How to write it in mixed form is that your answer is written like this. Put this fraction symbol. This is remainder. Put remainder here. This is divisor. We are dividing with 4. Divisor. So answer is 3. Put fraction form. Remainder is 1. Put here. Divisor is 4. So 3 whole number 1 over 4. This is the mixed form for this one. Okay. So Now we'll see what's coming on the way next for us to solve, to deal with. We are on page number 183. Number 10 says, express each of the following as a fraction or a mixed number. Leave each answer in its simplest form 0.8. Very simple. Remove this point, put 1. This is 1 digit, put 0. It is 8 over 10. Divide by 2, divide by 2. It becomes 4 over 5. This is the answer. We cannot simplify it further. So it is done for part A. Part B is 0.25. We'll be quick on this. Remove this point 1. We have 2 digits. It becomes 25 over 100. Divide this with 25. Divide this with 25. We get 1 over 4 as the answer. You can divide it with the 5, then 5, then again 5, 5, and you will get the same answer. Then part C is 2.6. Remove this, it becomes 0, 26 over 10. Divide by 2, divide by 2, it becomes 13 over 5. This one can be converted into mixed numbers. 5 2s are 10, 3 13. How to write it in mixed number is, this answer, it comes here, put the fraction form in front of it. This is the remainder comes here, this is the divisor comes here. So 2 whole number 3 over 5 is the answer for part C. We'll see what's there in part D, then maybe we'll finish this lesson as well. 5.45, just remove this, put 1, 2 zeros, it is 545 over 100, divided by 5, divided by 5. It becomes 5 ones are 5, 4 is smaller, put 0, 45, 5 nines are 45, 5 20s are 100. So 109 will be divided with 20. This is 109, 25s are 100, 9 it is smaller, put point, put 0, 24s are 80, 10, put 0, no change here, 25s are 100. So 5.45, no, we have done it in a wrong way. I'll do it again. We need to convert it into mixed numbers. So 109 over 20. It is very simple. How to convert it into mixed numbers? 25s are 100. So we have the answer is 5. Put it here. Fraction symbol. This is remainder. Put it here. This is divisor. Put it here. So 5 whole number 9 over 20 is the mixed form of 109 over 20. So if you see page 184, there are practice questions. We have done all these, so do it yourself.